Hello, this is Nick from Breaker Press Games, and this is the Breaker Bulletin for March 29th, 2023. Alright, so what is going on with Breaker Press Games? Well, this video is coming in a little later than I normally like. I like to post them around the 20th of each month, so this one's a week late. But why am I a week late? Well, there were a few things that were going on. One of the big things was GaryCon. And so GaryCon was a fantastic time. I ended up running 4 sessions for 26 players. During the Cleft in the Mangled Hills session on Friday, I ended up committing 18 homicides. Actually, they did it to themselves. Let's be honest. They did it to themselves. But there were 18 deaths at the table. And then I also got 1 volume complaint. My apologies to everybody in that hall. I was really hyped up. And my friend Paul came over and said, "Nick, can you take it down a notch? Nobody can hear over you." So my apologies if you were in that hall and were subjected to my banshee howls. So, that being said, before I move on to everything else that's going on, people have requested this art on a variety of formats. The t-shirts are done and are available now. They are on Bayside Shirts, which is a company based in the U.S. that is union. So these are union-made, U.S.-made shirts. They are also printed here in Milwaukee, 5 blocks from my house at Shaky Hands. It is a local t-shirt printer run by 2 guys. They also happen to run or share space with the local IWW, International Workers of the World. So it kind of gives you a sense of context of what type of organization they are. But yeah, so if you are into that sort of thing, you're into workers' rights and all of that, yeah, these shirts supported them and they supported me. So these are available in the Breaker Press web store. I highly recommend giving them a support. And they also printed these beautiful "What Can DCC Do For You" t-shirts that will be available through the Goodman store. These were printed for, I should say, Michael Spreedman from 2OG Games. A wonderful fellow, and I had the honor of, since these were printed 5 blocks away, of delivering them to GaryCon. So, highly recommend you pick up both shirts. These are not printed on Bayside. I'm not sure. I think these are in Gildan. But yeah, you are supporting a cool local company by buying either of these shirts. That being said, so sales pitches aside, let's talk about Desperation of the Hungry. Desperation of the Hungry, the money transferred from the Kickstarter, or from Kickstarter, around the 15th of March. And it just so happens that that week, I also managed to complete the draft that I sent to Alex, our editor, and those edits have been applied, and so we are in the stages of adding art and doing the final pass. And so honestly, Desperation of the Hungry, it's not supposed to ship until July, but it will be finished this coming month. It'll be finished in April and will ship in April or May, most likely April. So yeah, it's awesome to have something done way ahead of schedule. Moving on, Cleft in the Mangled Hills. Cleft in the Mangled Hills, I did, throw myself into Desperation of the Hungry. Very excited to get that project done. So that kind of pushed things back a little. Also, I had an emergency tooth extraction in March, and so yeah, that kind of also helped push things back a little. I was basically wasted for 2 weeks. So that being said, Cleft in the Mangled Hills, I am actually glad that I waited a little bit longer, because I ended up running Cleft in the Mangled Hills for my open table campaign group. They're actually still, going to be doing session 3 next week, Wednesday. Yeah, I ended up I drew some wonderful maps in March because I decided to change the layout, the format of how Cleft in the Mangled Hills is map ordered the encounters. And after running it for them, even though the maps are gorgeous and I love them so much more than the original map, I was disappointed with how it flowed. And so I decided to go back to the original flow when I ran it at GaryCon this weekend, and I love the original flow so much more. So I am going to redraw the map this week and try and give it a little bit more character. I thought that the original map was kind of boring, but you play test in order to learn and see what you can what works and what doesn't, and I learned what I didn't like and what I did, and so I'm going to make a few last-minute changes. So, I had originally said that Cleft in the Mangled Hills was going to be done this month and shipped this month. It's going to be April. But I think it's going to be a better product as a result. I'm really happy with how it played, despite the 18 character deaths. They did split the party and push and pull everything that they could. So don't expect those same results at your table. It's a fun and exciting little adventure, and I'm really excited to get it done and get it out to all of you. So look for that next month. So, Protectorate of Genulane. The most people that are waiting for something are waiting for Protectorate of Genulane. I know it is months and months and months behind schedule. It will, I wanted to finish it in March. It's now in April. It is now going to finish and ship in May. But I am really excited to get back to it. I have some exciting things that I'm going to do along with it. So let's talk about Patreon. So, this month of Patreon, this coming month, April, I was going to send out the Icon Bearer mini-zine, but I've decided to hold that back until May. Sorry, Chris Zank. I know you're looking forward to it, but I got a really exciting idea inspired by Jeff Malam, one of my Patreon backers. He's been running a standard campaign, and he's been using the pre-gens that are free on DriveThruRPG in order to supplement the NPCs that are available in town. And I have experienced, now that I've run a bunch of standard campaigns, in Standard Carrier Volume 1, there is a mercenary at the Common Fire that you can hire named Core Bloodblade, and Core Bloodblade has died in every single campaign that I've ever run. So I've decided that I want to expand the available options of named NPCs that are sitting around the Common Fire, or that can be found around the Common Fire. So this month's pamphlet is going to be around the Common Fire, and it is going to be a bunch of NPCs that are, it's going to be a random roll chart with a bunch of cool characters, some of them being from the pre-gens. And yeah, that will be the April Patreon reward, and then May will be the Icon Bearer to coincide with the Protectorate of Genulane, since the Icon Bearer is essentially a paladin-type class. Perfect to coincide with the Protectorate of Genulane. And I'm hoping to do one or two additional pamphlets after the Protectorate of Genulane ships in order to kind of supplement that release. So that is what is going on with Breaker Press Games. Lots of exciting stuff. I managed to get through this a lot quicker because things are rolling right along. Thank you Thank you for supporting indie games and indie game designers. Check out these other two cool videos. And I will talk to you all soon.